Hello, Facebook family. How are you all doing? It's Dr. Kimberly Ellison. It's been a while since I've done a Facebook Live, but I am on. Today is Friday. You can call it Freedom Friday, you can call it Payday Friday, whatever Friday you want to call it. Anywho, I am here because I want to encourage you all to do it differently this time. Do it different this time. And so, ladies, first of all, I just want to say I'm super excited about our upcoming Discipline and Preparedness Intensive. We have so many women that have signed up because they decided to do it different, and they've decided to do it a different way, and they've decided to do it with discipline. And so I just want to come on and encourage you to do it differently this time. Like, it's time to do a different thing. We're trying to constantly get the same results, and we're trying to constantly do the same things, but we're coming up with the same results over time. And we keep saying to ourselves, oh, I'm going to lose weight, or oh, I'm going to start the business, I'm going to finish my website, I'm almost finished with my book. We keep saying all of these things, and at the end of the day, we're in the game, and we are doing it, but we're doing it by ourselves. We're doing it the same way, and you're getting the same results. You're starting, you're stopping. You get, some traction behind you, and then you stop, and then you get some more traction, and then you kind of stop, or there's some family members that kind of need you, and then the money you had that you were going to save for your family, you're using it for something, for your business or for your investment, then you use it for something else. So I just want you all to come on and join me, and I want to encourage you to do it a different way. And what that difference is going to determine how you see yourself in your future. It's going to determine how is it that you're going to be disciplined, and what is your system of self-discipline. And we don't want to talk about that, but I share with you, for the ladies who are going to join me on February the 9th through the 18th, we're going to have a 10-day self-discipline to produce. This is the year 4 that we've done the self-discipline intensive. And when I tell you, it has been amazing. Women have become more confident. Women have started their devotion and continued their devotion even until now, 4 years later, started their businesses. I don't know if you're out there, but you can comment. I'm trying to see what it looks like. I have it on this little horizontal thing. But anyway, I just really wanted to come on, share the video, but I want to encourage you to do it a little different this time. And what does that look like, Dr. Kimberly? Let me share with you what we do. I have so many women clients, so many women friends. We have all these dreams. Listen, we're not lacking. We're not short of vision. We're not short of ideas and dreams and goals. We're not short of any of those things. Now, we may lack clarity on a couple of things, but we're not short of those things, because many of us deal in ideation, and we deal in excitement, but it's time for us to put execution over excitement and implementation over ideation. And I'll tell you, I'm in the trenches. I am a self-discipline champion to help you produce. Most of the time, people come on and talk about money. They talk about how they can get you wealthy. They talk about how you can grow this and grow that. But let me share with you, I'm going to always share with you the real deal and the truth. The truth of the matter is, ladies, you can have wealth, you can have a business, you can generate all those things that you would like, but if you do not have the self-discipline to sustain, if you don't have the self-discipline to produce it more than one time, or if you're not staying in that thing and continuing in your process and overcoming distractions, overcoming the delays, and knowing the difference between a delay and a distraction. And so we talk about all these different things in the Discipline to Produce intensive, but I'll tell you this, in 10 days, you will have a change and a shift in how you actually produce and in your day-to-day system, because self-discipline is a system. And so people say, why you get so serious? Listen, because your destiny ain't nothing to play with. Your vision is nothing to play with. And if you're talking about you're going to lose weight, listen, for those ladies out there who are watching and you want to lose weight, and you're talking about January 1, you were going to start, and now it's January 31, and you find yourself going in and out and on and off of a diet or a fad, join me February the 9th through the 18th. We're going to talk about what are some of those things in your systems that are in place that keep you and prevent you from being sustainable, from being consistent, from being focused. Do you all know, ladies, that your self-discipline impacts your confidence. And not only does your self-discipline impact your confidence, your lack of focus impacts your confidence in a huge way. If you don't believe me, all you have to do is go on social media and start looking at your girlfriends who are in the vein of self-discipline and producing, and you'll start to feel some kind of way. The reason you're feeling some kind of way, ladies, is not because you're jealous. It's not because you're envious. It's just wrapped up in the potential that you have on the inside of you. So what's happening is you feel the potential, and she's pressing up against that thing because of what she's doing. It looks like something you saw in your dreams, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's doing these things and I want to do them. So let me not like her stuff, or let me block her, or let me do these things. I'm telling you, your self-discipline is keeping you from opportunities. It's keeping you from being prepared for opportunities. Your self-discipline, your lack of self-discipline is keeping you from going. I'm telling you, it's the difference between what you produce and what you wish you produced. Your self-discipline is keeping you in your business. It's keeping you in a system of lack. And the challenge is we trick ourselves to believe that we have this healthy system of self-discipline because we produce one thing. My thing, for me and my clients and those who, the Kingdom Boss chicks that roll with Dr. Kimberly, when we talk about self-discipline, we don't just say a system. We go into the biblical system of what self-discipline can produce. And when you look at how the Lord uses individuals, he always has a strategy. He always has, and that's why I have strategy, because the Lord always uses a strategy. But then also there's discipline that's required. And so if you do not believe me, when we go through the discipline and preparedness intensive, we'll be looking at the life of Daniel. And people talk about the Daniel fast, but it goes deeper than the Daniel fast. When you're talking about a life of discipline, if you want to lose weight, if you want to build your business, go into the marketplace of ministry, if you want to be healthier, if anything that you do, your system of self-discipline will tell you how important it is to you. And if you don't have a healthy system of self-discipline, every single thing that you do will be a start and stop. It'll go into the ebb and flow. Your vision will seem disjointed when really it's not your vision. It's your lack of consistency for the self-discipline that you need. We talk about focus, consistency, self-discipline, systems of confidence. What's your daily process? What does it look like? And these are biblical principles that we use for practical solutions. That is the vein that I operate in, and knowing that when we talk about how do you establish systems of discipline, y'all, it's some things that we got to pull down, strongholds that has to be broken, yokes of bondage that has to be broken, the things that got us yoked up and tied up. When I tell you tied up, it's some things in your history that are keeping you from your destiny, and they're showing up in your self-discipline. There are some things, when I hate to kind of ruin it for the ladies who are going to be in the DMPI, so I'll give you a little bit about the Daniel's discipline. See, when you talk about your system of self-discipline helps you to be prepared. It helps you to prepare before you actually produce. And many of us want to produce, but we lack the preparation. And when we lack the preparation, that's because you lack the discipline. And so I want to help you identify the areas in your life that are causing you to have a disjointed disposition with your destiny. I want to help you to see, how is it now that as I enter into this new and exciting place in my life, why is it 2 months later I'm no longer excited? I'm no longer into it. The reason why we are no longer excited and no longer into it is because we have inner excitement is not enough to keep us focused. The idea is not enough to keep us focused. Our own intellect is not enough to keep us focused. The thing that keeps you focused and consistent is the fact that you have to have a level of commitment that looks like something that you see in your future. What does that look like, Dr. Kimberly? Commitment is saying, I'm going to do it in spite of, I'm going to do it not because it looks good. And one thing I want to share with us ladies too, we're good with putting stuff on flyers. Listen, I'm over flyers. I got a whole designer. If I want to throw out something today, she can put it together. She's amazing. She's dynamic. Y'all listen, it's time out for just throwing flyers together and lacking the consistency. I'm tired of seeing one program and then I don't see it no more for 3 years. Oh, I took a break. You didn't take a break. You broke the momentum. And when you break momentum, then you break your system of consistency and self-discipline. What I want to encourage you is that there are some strategies and there are some methodologies that are practical that you can actually use, and they're biblical. And so when you think about it, y'all, we've had so many women. Heather's on, I don't know how many women so far, but we've had several women sign up for our Discipline and Preparedness Intensive. And I'll tell you this, it is a high volume but low investment particular program. I do it intentionally because when you talk about self-discipline, nobody likes to say that they lack it. Y'all, we all either have it or we don't. You either put a system in place and have a healthy system. Here's the deal. Nobody wants to talk about it, but it affects everything in your life, down to your job, down to your children, down to you losing weight, down every single thing. If you want to lose weight, I guarantee you, and you're struggling, it's your system of self-discipline. It's not the food that you choose. It's not the food that you eat. It's your system of self-discipline. The ability to take a look at something and says, I'm going to put a healthy system in place, and I'm going to choose a process that works for me, and I'm going to be consistent over time doing that. And so I want to encourage you all to join me February 9th through the 18th. This is not something that I have to coerce. We don't do a lot of marketing and advertising for it. We post a few flyers. We send a few CRMs out so that women can be aware. But let me tell you, people run from self-discipline because self-discipline, when you look at it, it shows you, not only does it show you your vulnerabilities, but it also shows you where you kind of lack, like where you kind of, dropping the ball on a few things. I'm jumping in the program, even though I lead the self-discipline program. I jump in this program every year because it reignites and connects me with my system. And how is it that I'm supposed to remain diligent and focused to actually produce sustainable outcomes over and over again? I want to teach you not just how to throw one program together, not just how to lose weight for two months, or I don't want to just teach you how to maintain your healthy system. I want to teach you discipline of practices that you can utilize over and over and over again. You can adapt it and adopt it in every area of your life. No one speaks on self-discipline in the way that we teach it, in the way that we do it, because it's very difficult. And if you're talking about having a system of self-discipline and consistency, it'll change the game for you. Ladies, listen, when you have consistency, it's more, and discipline is greater than money. You don't believe me? I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you can't create more wealth and you can't create more revenue. You can't create more money if you don't have a healthy system of discipline to produce consistent opportunities of service and products for your people. It's simple, and it's a day-to-day thing that you have to work on. And we're going to talk about beyond the planner, beyond your day-to-day action items, going beyond those things, because sometimes we think that's discipline. No, that's just a checklist. That's not discipline. Your action items are not discipline, okay? Discipline starts with the mindset and a disposition. When you think about the book of Daniel, and I shared this, I'm trying to stay away from it because I don't want to get too deep, into it right now. So I'm trying not to get so deep into the Daniel thing, because that's going to be for the people who get into the program. However, one thing I want to say about Daniel is when the king went to pursue those Hebrew boys who were healthy, he said, go and find me the best looking ones, those who were good in stature, that they were intelligent, that they had a physicality that looked amazing. So what he was ultimately saying is, I need you to go get me people who are prepared, who are already in position, because I need to train them up so that they can run in my domain, like in my kingdom, that they need to run this. I need them to work for me because they're already doing the things. See, here's the deal. But what they did not count on was Daniel's discipline. And we're going to walk through the word of God and what Daniel's discipline looked like, down to his food, but also down to his friends. Because when you think about Meshach, Rashach, and Abednego, they were also required to be very disciplined. Okay, and even down to the fact of when they were placed into the fire, the level of discipline on what they believed. Your discipline has something to do with everything about what you believe, about what you're desires and what you are actually capable of doing. If you're struggling with your self-discipline, I dare you to check your belief. I dare you to check your belief system. We're going to talk about that thing. When I say Daniel had such a system of discipline, he not only had discipline, but he had courage to remain committed in a situation that could have caused him to come out of something. He had every excuse to eat what he wanted to. The king was like, feed them all this amazing food. They can have anything from my table, whatever, wine, what, take them everything. And Daniel said, hold on. So I'll take you through that, but let me tell you something. You don't want to miss the Discipline and Preparedness Intensive that's going to be February the 9th through the 18th. We have women who've already signed up who are ready. And if you are ready to come off the sidelines, if you are ready to stop this start and stop and this I want to start and I start today and I'm off tomorrow, we're going to take you through an intensive. It's y'all listen, in essence, I mean, we're going to strip down some things. We're just going to strip to the heart of the thing. We're going to get to the root cause. We're going to not deal with the fruit. See, the fruit is your programs, your business. That's cute, okay? But the root of the thing is, what are some systems behind the scenes that is causing you to not be consistent? And why are those things causing you to be distracted? And what is it about your I use a 5-point plan. It's a 5-point methodology that I use to help identify, to help eradicate, and then to also go back and build back, to put systems in place that are going to help you become more disciplined. Y'all share this video, encourage women and even encourage yourself. One thing I want to share with you is that most often, if women who are influencers or women who are, already in ministry or they're doing business heavily, they sit on the sidelines because they feel like they have self-discipline already down. But that's not true. This is for everybody. This is not just for women who, if you think, oh, well, I'm just trying. No, this is for high performing, high achieving. If you need that next level, you need that next place, you need a push in the place of discipline, or even if you just tired. Y'all, I don't know if you've ever been just tired of starting and stopping, or if you've tired of having all these ideas and goals and you keep starting them and you move on to something else. And some people say, I'm a serial entrepreneur. No, sometimes people are just lack the discipline to see a thing all the way through. And I do not want, we have a responsibility as kingdom women to remain in a place of discipline. Y'all listen, discipline produces some things in you that you never will experience outside of it. When I tell you, when you see the level of consistency, it will shock you. Just to be transparent, ladies, people think, and I don't feel like I've ever arrived or anything. I just feel like I'm consistent. But I have a healthy system of self-discipline. But let me tell you, this is 11 years of producing content and ministry and talking about kingdom principles and practical solutions and putting out programs. I've had programs where I've run them for years and I would have one person show up. Even virtual programs, I will put out things and I will consistently do it, but I did not stop. And the reason why I did not stop is because I believe so much in what God has given me to do, and I believe in the vision. And so when I was moving forth in self-discipline, I could have stopped. You have to have such a healthy system of consistency that it doesn't stop. And so in that's how you see the progress and the fruit over time. The seed is what you plant, and your seed of self-discipline is going to help produce a harvest that you cannot even dream of. I want you to join me. I want you to join me and the women around the world. We have women from all over the U.S. right now. I typically have a couple of women from the U.K. and Canada as well. And so if you want to join us. We will rock and roll 10 days. We meet 5 times out of the 10 days, and we have an amazing time in an intensive time. Sometimes you may cry, sometimes you may laugh. I run a very rigorous program. It is not a cutesy program. It's not a program where I'm trying to upsell you or anything like that. Like, it is what it is. It's $37 to get into the program. You get into the program, and when I tell you, your life will never ever be the same. So hopefully you'll join me. I don't know how long I've been on because this is a different way I'm doing this live today. But anywho, thank you all for jumping on. Share, share, share. I look forward to seeing you February the 9th through the 18th on our 10-day Discipline and Preparedness Intensive. I'm Dr. Kimberly Ellison. I'm excited about it. And I look forward to, just jumping in this thing with you. I have some things I'm going to work on in my system of discipline. So when I tell you, and another thing, y'all need to stop taking these things from people. If they haven't shown you that they're consistent in doing it, then you don't need to be, I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just telling you the truth. If you're talking about self-discipline and they don't have a healthy system of self-discipline, you don't need to be joining in. I have a healthy system, and that's not coming from a place of pride. That's coming from a place of producing on a consistent, regular, sustainable, successful way. This is a gift. It's also a skill. It's a level of discipline that the Lord has allowed me to have. It's not something that I've done on my own. It's something that He has given me, and I've actually been able to nurture it and actually grow it in a way that's been beneficial, but then also pour it into other people, and particularly women, so that they can produce at the next level. So I just wanted to jump on and say, join me if you haven't. Even those who've done it before, if you jumped off the bandwagon or you kind of got off with your discipline, you're more than welcome. I would love to have you. And it's going to be dynamic. So ladies, I hope to see you in the course room February the 9th through the 18th at our Discipline and Preparedness Intensive.